I confessed my cheating on my birthday. Expected my family to back me up, but they stabbed me in the back to help her. Now I'm the villain and she's bleeding me dry. I confessed to cheating at my own birthday party and somehow I'm the one getting destroyed. My wife found texts 3 months ago. Not even explicit ones. Just flirty enough that she knew. She confronted me that night and I panicked. I lied. Told her it was nothing. She didn't believe me, but she had no proof beyond those messages. Fast forward to my birthday last month. My parents threw this huge dinner. Both our families there. My brother. Her sisters. Everyone. I thought this was my chance to come clean on my terms. Control the narrative. Get ahead of it. I stood up during dessert and said I needed to say something. My wife's face went white. She knew. I told everyone I'd been having an affair for 8 months. That I was sorry. That I wanted to work on our marriage. I looked at my parents while I said it. My dad's always preached about honesty and second chances. I thought he'd back me up. Dead silence. Then my wife stood up. She didn't cry. Didn't yell. She just looked at me and said, "You're telling them now because I filed for divorce yesterday." I had no idea. She'd been planning this for weeks. Documented everything. Hired a lawyer. Got statements from my affair partner's ex who apparently had screenshots I didn't know existed. My mom started crying. But not for me. She went to my wife. Put her arm around her. My dad told me I was a coward for doing this at a family dinner. My brother called me pathetic. Her sisters started calling me things I can't repeat here. I tried to explain that I was trying to be honest. That I deserved credit for coming clean. My wife laughed. Actually laughed. She told everyone I only confessed because she'd given me an ultimatum that morning. Either tell everyone myself or she'd do it with evidence. I thought I could spin it better. Everyone left with her. My own parents. They all went to her place. Left me alone at my birthday dinner with half-eaten cake. Now it's been 5 weeks. The divorce is brutal. She documented every purchase I made for my affair partner. Every lie about working late. Every time I used our joint account. Her lawyer is a shark. She's claiming emotional distress. Demanding I cover her therapy costs. Wants the house. Wants half my retirement. Wants alimony even though she makes decent money. My family won't talk to me. My mom told me I'm not welcome at Thanksgiving unless I apologize to my wife. Apologize to her. My brother called me 2 weeks ago just to tell me I'm getting what I deserve. My dad sent me a text saying he's ashamed of me. Her sisters have been posting vague stuff on social media. Everyone knows it's about me. My coworkers know. Someone sent screenshots to my boss. I had to have a meeting about maintaining professionalism. The affair partner wants nothing to do with me now. She said this got too messy. That I promised I was leaving my wife. I never said that. She's twisting things too. I'm living in a studio apartment. My wife's in our house with our dog. She won't let me see him. Says he's hers since she paid the adoption fee. She's technically right, but still. My lawyer says I'm looking at paying her for years. That because I admitted to the affair in front of witnesses I have no leverage. That her documentation is airtight. Every penny I spent. Every lie I told. She recorded phone calls where I admitted details. Apparently that's legal in our state. I thought confessing would help. I thought my family would understand people make mistakes. I thought I'd get some credit for honesty. Instead I'm the villain. She's the victim everyone's rallying around. And she's taking everything. My bank account is draining from lawyer fees. She's asking for ridiculous amounts in the settlement. Her lawyer sends new demands every week. She wants me to pay for her to go back to school. To compensate for her emotional suffering. She even wants me to cover the cost of the trip she's taking with her sisters next month to recover from this. Everyone acts like I'm some monster. Like I killed someone. It was just an affair. People have affairs all the time. I was going to end it eventually. I was confused. But now I'm losing everything and she's being treated like some brave survivor. My parents invited her to Christmas. Not me. My own parents. They told me maybe next year if I've learned something. My brother's kids call her aunt. They don't ask about me anymore. I tried to explain my side to my mom last week. She hung up on me. Said I made my choice when I decided someone else was more important than my marriage. That I humiliated my wife in front of everyone. That I only confessed because I got caught. But I was trying to do the right thing. Eventually. Doesn't that count for something? Am I really the one in the wrong here when everyone's acting like she's completely innocent and I'm the only bad guy? My wife's lawyer sent over the settlement proposal 3 days ago. I actually laughed when I first read it. Then I showed it to my lawyer and he didn't laugh. He told me to start liquidating assets. She wants 70% of everything. The house, obviously. My 401k. Half my salary for the next 4 years. She's claiming I destroyed her career prospects because she supported me through grad school. That's technically true, but it was 12 years ago. Apparently that still counts. The worst part is the itemized list of affair expenses. She has everything. Date night dinners I charged to our card. Hotel rooms. Gifts. She even found out about the weekend trip I said was for work. Her lawyer calculated it down to the penny. $47,000 over 8 months. I had no idea it was that much. My lawyer says she has texts where I promised to pay her back for supporting my career. Texts from when we were happy. Now she's using them as evidence that I owe her. I called my mom to vent about it. Big mistake. She told me my wife came over for dinner last night. They had her favorite meal. My dad asked about her job interview next week. They're more involved in her life than mine. I asked my mom if she even cared that I'm her son. She said, I raised you better than this. She didn't do anything wrong. You did. Then she told me my wife showed them the evidence. Everything. They saw the texts. The photos my affair partner sent me. The lies I told about client meetings. My mom cried reading them. My dad left the room. My brother called me after. He was furious. Said I made my wife look through all that. That she had to document every lie to protect herself. He asked me if I understood what I put her through. Then he told me not to contact him for a while. I drove by her house yesterday. Just to see it. My wife's car was there. So was my mom's. They were having lunch on the patio with her sisters. All of them laughing. Drinking wine. My dog was playing in the yard. They looked happy. I sat in my car down the street for 20 minutes. Just watching. My own family. Having a better time without me. My wife saw me. She came to my car. I thought maybe she wanted to talk. She leaned into my window and said, "You need to stop driving by. My lawyer will add harassment to the filing." I told her I just missed the dog. She said I should have thought about that before. Then she walked back inside. My mom saw me through the window and turned away. Work found out everything. Someone sent the full story to HR. Anonymous email with screenshots. My boss called me into his office yesterday. Told me my personal life is affecting my professional reputation. That clients are asking questions. He didn't fire me, but he moved me off 2 major accounts. My affair partner's ex called me. I don't know how he got my number. He said he's the one who gave my wife everything. That he'd been collecting evidence for months after his partner left him for me. He knew she was cheating with someone. He followed her. Got photos. Then he found out it was me. Married me. He told my wife everything 6 weeks before she confronted me. They planned the whole thing together. The divorce filing. The documentation. Even the birthday confession. My wife knew I'd panic if she pushed me. She wanted me to confess in front of everyone. To humiliate myself. It worked. He laughed and said I destroyed 2 relationships and now I'm paying for both. Then he hung up. My lawyer sent me the estimated cost this morning. Between the settlement, her lawyer fees that I apparently have to cover, alimony, and my own legal bills, I'm looking at close to $200,000. Possibly more if this goes to trial. He strongly advised me to accept her terms. I asked if we could argue that some of her demands are excessive. He said no judge will side with me after I admitted to the affair publicly. That I handed her everything she needed. My lease is up in 4 months. I can't afford to renew it and pay what she's asking. My lawyer suggested I move back in with my parents temporarily. I called to ask. My dad said no. He said my wife needs space to heal and having me nearby would hurt her. That she comes over twice a week now. That they're not going to jeopardize their relationship with her for me. I started crying. Told him I'm his son. He said, "You stopped being the son I raised when you decided lying was easier than being a man. My coworkers avoid me now." Someone put a photo of my wife on the break room board with a note that said thinking of you. People sign it. Wish her well. Nobody talks to me unless they have to. I matched with someone on a dating app last week. We talked for 2 days. Then she asked my last name. Found my social media. Unmatched immediately. My wife's sister had posted a long thing about betrayal and supporting her sister. Tagged me. It's still up. Anyone who searches me sees it. I'm completely alone. My family chose her. My friends don't return calls. Work tolerates me. I'm bleeding money I don't have. And she's living my life with everyone I love. My lawyer wants an answer on the settlement by Friday. If I don't accept, we go to court. He says court will be worse. That a judge will see the affair expenses and the public confession and crucify me. But if I accept, I'm broke for years. Living in some shitty apartment. Watching my ex-wife get everything while my family celebrates with her. How is this fair when I'm the one who tried to be honest? I signed the settlement papers yesterday. My hand was shaking so hard I could barely write my name. My lawyer kept saying it was the smart move. That fighting would cost more. That I'd lose anyway. I sat in his office for 2 hours before I finally did it. He seemed relieved when I signed. Like I was his most exhausting client. The numbers are real now. Not just proposals. Real debt. Real payments. I liquidated my 401k this morning. The penalty alone was $15,000. I watched my retirement disappear in one transaction. My wife gets the house keys Friday. I have to be out by Sunday. She's already hired movers for my stuff. She picked what I get to keep. My lawyer said she was being generous letting me have my clothes and my desk. Everything else was joint property. I asked about the dog. Her lawyer sent back a 2-word email. Absolutely not. Work fired me on Wednesday. They called it restructuring, but my boss pulled me aside after. He said a client specifically requested I be removed from their account. Then 2 more clients did the same. The company decided I was a liability. I have 60 days severance. That's it. I've been there 9 years. I applied to 30 jobs in the last 3 days. 2 interviews. Both went fine until they searched my name. One recruiter literally said, "I'll be in touch," and I watched her face change as she scrolled on her phone. She never called back. My wife's sister posted about the settlement. Didn't use my name, but everyone knows. She called it justice for women who've been betrayed. It has 4,000 likes. Comments calling me every name you can imagine. Someone found my LinkedIn and left a review on my company page before I got fired. HR had to delete it. My brother texted me Wednesday night. Just one line. Mom's taking her to the oncologist next week for a scare. Thought you should know it's serious and you caused enough stress. I called my mom immediately. She didn't answer. I called 12 times. Finally she picked up and told me it was a routine thing. Probably nothing. But my wife was scared and needed support. Mom said, she has no one else. Her family lives across the country. We're all she has. I said, what about me? I'm your son. She said, you made your choice. We're making ours. Then she told me my wife might move into their guest house while the divorce finalizes. That she shouldn't be alone in that big house with everything happening. My childhood home. My wife. Living there. I drove there Thursday morning. I don't know why. I just needed to see my parents. My dad was in the driveway. He saw my car and went inside. Locked the door. I sat outside for 45 minutes. He never came out. My wife drove up while I was sitting there. She parked. Got out. Looked at me. She didn't say anything. Just walked past my car. Unlocked the door my dad had locked. Went inside. I watched through the window as my mom hugged her. They sat down together. I could see them talking. My mom was holding her hand. I left. The affair partner contacted me yesterday. First time in weeks. She said her ex is suing her for emotional distress. That he's using the affair as evidence. She asked if I'd testify that she ended it with him before we got serious. I wouldn't have to lie much. I said no. She called me selfish. Said I ruined her life too. I hung up. Then she sent screenshots to my former employer. Every text I sent her during work hours. Proof I was using company time for personal stuff. My old boss called me Thursday night. Said if I ever use them as a reference, he'll tell the truth about why I was really fired. I can't get another job in my field now. Not in this city. My apartment viewing was today. The only place I can afford. It's a basement studio. No windows in the bedroom. Mold smell. The landlord asked why I was moving. I said divorce. He asked me to be straight with him. If I cheated. I lied. He said he'd run a background check anyway. I'm not going to get it. My credit card got declined at the grocery store this afternoon. I forgot about the automatic payment to my wife's lawyer. It cleared this morning. My account is $400 overdrawn. I had to leave a full card at the register. Someone from high school messaged me tonight. Haven't talked to her in 15 years. She said she saw the posts. That she always knew I was trash. That she's glad my wife took everything. Then she blocked me before I could respond. My phone hasn't stopped. People I barely know sending me messages about karma. About how cheaters always lose. My notifications are full of strangers celebrating my life falling apart. I deactivated everything an hour ago. Facebook. Instagram. LinkedIn. All of it. But it's too late. The damage is everywhere. My wife posted a photo today. Her and my mom at lunch. Both smiling. Caption said, grateful for the family that chooses you. My cousin liked it. My aunt commented with heart emojis. People I've known my entire life. She's taking everything and they're cheering her on. I have $3,000 left after the settlement payment clears. No job. No family. No references. Possibly no apartment. My lawyer says the monthly payments start in 30 days regardless of my employment status. If I miss one, she can take me back to court. I thought confessing would fix things. I thought being honest eventually would matter. Now I'm paying for the affair and for trying to come clean. Getting destroyed from both sides. My dad's birthday is next month. I won't be invited. Christmas after that. I'll spend it alone while my wife opens presents with my parents. How does someone come back from this when everyone you've ever known wants you to suffer? The first payment was due yesterday. I couldn't make it. My bank account has $847. The payment was $3,200. I called my lawyer Friday to ask what happens now. He sighed like he expected this. Said my wife's lawyer will file a motion for contempt. That I'll have to go before a judge and explain why I'm not complying with the settlement I signed. I told him I lost my job. He said that's not a valid excuse. That I signed an agreement. That employment status doesn't matter to the court. I asked what the judge would do. He said probably wage garnishment once I find new work. Possibly jail time if they think I'm deliberately avoiding payment. He suggested I borrow money from family. I laughed. Actually laughed. He didn't think it was funny. I've applied to 89 jobs now. I'm tracking them in a spreadsheet because I have nothing else to do. Retail. Warehouses. Anything. I got one interview at a cell phone store. The manager Googled me during our conversation. I watched him do it. His face changed. He said they'd already filled the position. The basement apartment rejected me. The landlord called and said my background check raised concerns. I asked what concerns. He said he found articles about the divorce. That his current tenants are mostly women and he didn't feel comfortable. I tried to explain that I'm not dangerous. He hung up. I'm getting evicted from my studio in 3 weeks. I put in notice because I thought I'd have the basement place. Now I have nowhere to go and no money for a deposit anywhere else. I drove past my old house on Sunday. There was a for sale sign in the yard. My wife's selling it. Our house. She's getting all the money from the sale per the settlement. I texted my lawyer asking if that's legal. He said yes. The house was awarded to her. She can do whatever she wants with it. I sat in my car across the street for an hour. A couple came to view it. Young. Probably late 20s. They walked around the yard holding hands. The wife pointed at the garden I planted. They looked happy. My wife pulled up while they were still there. She's showing it herself. She saw my car. She walked right up and knocked on my window. I rolled it down. She said, "You need to stop coming by. This is getting pathetic." I told her I just wanted to see it one more time. She said I gave up the right to nostalgia when I spent 8 months lying to her face. Then she told me if she sees my car here again she's calling the police. The couple watched the whole thing. They probably think I'm some stalker ex. They went inside with her. 10 minutes later they left without looking at me. My mom's blocked my number. I tried calling from a different phone on Monday. She answered and I said it was me. She was quiet for a long time. Then she said, "I can't do this anymore. You need to figure out your life without dragging us into it." I asked if she knew I was about to be homeless. She said my wife told her. That my wife offered to let me stay in the guest house at their place temporarily but my parents said no. That they didn't want the tension. My wife offered to help me and my own parents rejected it so they could keep her comfortable. I asked my mom how she could choose someone else's daughter over her own son. She said, "Because she acts like the daughter I wish I had." Then she hung up. I tried calling back but it went straight to voicemail. I'm blocked again. My brother called me Tuesday morning. First time he's initiated contact in a month. I thought maybe he wanted to help. He didn't. He said my wife's pregnant. That she just found out. That she's scared it might be mine from before we separated. She's about 7 weeks along. The timeline matches when we were still sleeping together occasionally. Before everything exploded. I asked if it was mine. He said they don't know yet. That she's getting a paternity test after the first trimester. But she doesn't want me involved either way. If it's mine, she's prepared to raise it alone. If it's not, it's someone else she's been seeing. I didn't even know she was seeing anyone. My brother said she met someone at her new job. That they've been on a few dates. That my parents really like him. He came to dinner last week. I asked why he was telling me this. He said because if it is mine, I needed to be prepared. That she'll expect child support on top of everything else. That I need to get my life together before that happens. Then he said, and if you even think about fighting her on custody, we'll make sure you never see that kid. I asked who he is. He said all of them. The whole family. They'll testify against me. They'll tell the court about the affair. About my instability. About me driving by her house. They'll make me look dangerous. I asked if he understood that's his potential niece or nephew. He said my wife's his family now. That biology doesn't override loyalty. I lost it. Started screaming at him. Told him he was supposed to be my brother. That I made a mistake but I'm still family. He let me yell for maybe 30 seconds. Then he said, "You made your choice when you decided your marriage vows meant nothing. Don't expect us to honor blood when you couldn't honor commitment." He hung up. I threw my phone across the room. It shattered against the wall. I'm typing this on my laptop. I can't afford to replace the phone. The affair partner's ex called my old work number yesterday. Someone there gave him my personal email. He sent me a long message about how he's taking her to court and he needs me to testify about the timeline. About when the affair started. About what she told me about their relationship. He said if I don't cooperate he'll make sure everyone we know gets the full story. Not just that I cheated. But specific details. Messages. Photos. Everything. He'll send it to everyone on my social media before I deleted it. He has screenshots of my entire friend list. I ignored the email. He sent another one an hour later. Said he'd give me 48 hours to decide. That after that he's forwarding everything to my wife's lawyer. Proof that the affair started earlier than I admitted. That I lied about the timeline in the settlement. That my wife can come after me for more money. I checked with my lawyer this morning. He said if evidence comes out that I lied about affair details in the settlement, my wife can absolutely refile. That I'd be back in court. That I'd probably end up paying even more. I have 24 hours left to respond to him. My card got declined again yesterday. At a gas station. I had $12 of gas in my car and my card wouldn't go through. The attendant threatened to call the police. I had to call the bank from the gas station phone. They said my account was frozen due to suspicious activity. The suspicious activity was me trying to withdraw cash at 3 different ATMs in one day trying to find one that would work. It took 90 minutes to unfreeze it. The attendant made me wait inside. People were staring. One guy recognized me. He took a photo. I saw it posted on a local Facebook group later. The caption said karma works fast. It has 300 comments. I'm supposed to move out in 19 days. I've looked at 40 apartments. All of them rejected me. Bad credit now. Bad references. No current employment. Most landlords search names. The ones who don't, someone else rents it before I can get the deposit together. I called a homeless shelter on Tuesday to ask about their process. The woman on the phone was kind. She walked me through what I'd need. A bed might be available in 3 weeks. Maybe. They're at capacity. I'd have to check in every night by 6 p.m. or lose my spot. I'm a senior project manager with a master's degree and I'm calling homeless shelters. My dad's birthday was yesterday. I drove by their house in the evening. There were cars in the driveway. A party. I saw my wife's car. My brother's car. My aunt's car. Cousins I haven't seen in months. They were all there. I parked down the street. I could see them through the window. My wife was laughing. My mom had her arm around her. They were cutting cake. My dad was smiling. They all looked happy. I sat there until it got dark. Until people started leaving. My wife left around 10 p.m. She walked to her car with my mom. They hugged goodbye. Long hug. My mom said something that made her laugh. Then my wife got in her car and drove past me. She didn't see me. Or maybe she did and didn't care. I have no job. No home. No family. Possibly a kid coming that I'll never be allowed to see. A debt I can't pay. Legal threats from multiple directions. And everyone I ever loved is celebrating without me while I sit in my car watching my life exist without me in it. The hearing for missing the payment is in 2 weeks. My lawyer says I need to show proof I'm trying to fix this. That I'm looking for work. That I'm not just avoiding responsibility. But how do I prove I'm trying when no one will hire me and my own family is working against me?